story, this particular guru is giving the Harikatha Pravachana, and then there was a devotee who entered. There was a devotee devotee means he was the pujari of that temple. He was not a Vaishnava. It's not about the communal thing, so please understand. It's not about that oh, we are supporting Vaishnava sect. It's not the sectarian thing. Vaishnava means devotee of Supreme. So it is the only actual religion in one way. The proper religion means one which connects the religion which connects to God. And there's only one God. So proper understanding can be not plural. It can be only singular. It can be only one. So this particular personality, he was maybe from the school of impersonalism. So who thought that everything is God, everyone is God, I am also God. That kind of misconception. So he entered the temple to worship Hanuman. So this particular guru who was sitting, he paid obeisances. As soon as the pujari came, he paid obeisances. And his disciples were like shocked. How is this possible? We have never seen our guru doing something like this. It's a bit weird because usually sannyasis don't bow down to a brahmachari or a grahastha, the two who is younger. Even we don't pay obeisances to, that's what the Shishya Varga is thinking. We don't pay obeisances to simple pujari who is not even a Vaishnava pujari. And this is something weird. And then the Harikatha continues. And then again, when Pujari finishes the puja and he locked the temple and he's going back. And then again, the sannyasi gave obeisances. And everyone were puzzled and they asked, What is happening here? We can't understand." And then the guru said, "Oh, what's happening? I gave obeisances to Hanuman." Hanuman went out. Once I gave obeisances, Hanuman came back, so I gave obeisances. So they were all shocked. And then the reason why he gave that was when the that Mayavadi impersonal personality who was impersonal understanding of that Pandit Pujari who wanted to worship Hanuman was entering. Hanuman exited. Means Hanuman will not receive the puja from the people who have wrong conceptions, because he will come and worship Hanuman as supreme. He will say, "You are God, you are supreme. I am also God, I am also you." So it is like something which is very bewildering, confusing also. In one way, common sense also says that. So Hanuman gets it, it's like an insult to Lord Ram, and he cannot even hear that. So he went out. When the Pandit came out after the puja, so he went inside. One might ask, why should he go out, come in? These are all the inferences. But the reality, what happened here was, he could see that Hanuman demanifested and unmanifested and manifested. So that is the most important thing. So this is what we have to understand, how we have to honor prasadam. So the prasadam is honored because it is the mercy coming down from the Lord. And who can give mercy? Only Krishna can give mercy, and his devotees can give mercy. You can certainly accept what is offered to Shiva or Ganesh, no doubt, but that should be offered as prasadam to them, not bhoga to them. So first, that food should be offered to Krishna. But how many temples do really worship in that kind of conception? Not many temples. So we don't go there and offend them. We don't go there and say that this is an offense what you are doing. We don't go and fight there. We try to even find a reason where we can preach there properly. If we cannot, sometimes, because the modern world is so sensitive, and the secular concepts are there, and so many things are there. People really don't want to listen. They just, when they hear something which is not conducive for their understanding, they just jump on us. So it is better not to straight away go and disturb that environment. We are not people who will go and disturb others. So what we'll do is, we'll go to those kind of places and just distribute Harinam. Simple as that. Let the Harinam will do all the magic. Harinam will attract them. the sincere souls will be attracted. Not everyone will be attracted, because when they have a stop block, they who stops them? They themselves stop them, because they don't want to change. But the sincere souls who are open to come to Krishna Bhakti, who have some Agnata Sukruti, they will hear Harinam and they will be attracted to hear more. And when they come in connection, they will change. So we are only interested in those kind of people who have some interest. Actually, it is an offense. One of the offense of towards the holy name is giving holy name to the unfaithful people forcefully. We don't give it. You come and chant. We just chant it loud so that people can hear. Yeah, that is fine, that is accepted, but we don't go and force anyone to take the name. At the same time, we don't go and preach to someone, bombard them, saying that what you're thinking is wrong. We don't do that. And that is an offense actually, because we should just leave them alone. Yes, we should hanker, we should have interest in preaching to everyone. That should be there, but not for the unfaithful person, not for an offender, because it will be more triggering their offense, because they will do more offense. If I go and say the same thing in any temples, local temples, even in Adelaide temple, let's say this Ganapati temple, if I go and say this to the pujaris, you're feeding Ganapati bhoga, it's not, he is not accepting it, then they will be very upset. They'll be, because they cannot accept that unless they're open. It's very hard to. What we can do is just go and do the Harinam there. So they get some Sukruti from it. They get some Sukruti. So that is the thing. So worshipping demigods, everyone is same, everyone is okay. Well, that is fear-based bhakti. That is fear-based bhakti. One might not be even in mind, it doesn't have any philosophical backing, but he just shows bhakti. That is only sentimentalism. It is only sentiments. Going there and offering, every demigod has its own day, right? So going there and trying to please the demigod as supreme. We'll go there on Ganapati Chaturthi, no problem. Pay our obeisances. He is a great Vaishnava. Shiva is Shambhu is the highest Vaishnava. We pay obeisances and we ask for Hari Bhakti. So that is what we do. Like it's like Vaishnavas, in this world, very so many higher Vaishnavas are there. What do? We go there on their appearance day. Do we go there and say, you are supreme, you enjoy the food? No. What we'll do, so recently we had Yati Maharaj's appearance day. So what did the devotees do? The devotees offered whatever he liked, prasadam or whatever. They cooked that, they offered to the Lord, and they offered that to him. So to please a Vaishnava is not a problem, but what conception we go in, that is very important. That should be always kept on hand. These are the things which we should have proper angle of vision. If we don't have proper angle of vision, then we'll mix everything, and then we will never get anywhere. We'll just be sentimental devotees. Sentimentalism has no place. The real sentiments, the proper sentiments, is a very high stage. That is that stage is only of sentiments. That is the Gopi Bhav stage. That is proper sentiment. That is the spiritual sentiments. Here it is fear based, or it is something from mind only, my mental concoction. It is agitation of mind in one way. It is just a uh, uh, agitation of our feelings here, mundane feelings. So we should not mistake that. So is that clear? Because that is a very important aspect of our devotional life. We should not just get mixed up or fear. We don't have to fear. Bhakti is never to be mixed with fear. Bhakti should be free flowing. So for bhakti to be free flowing, that is why we need the knowledge. Gyan will back up. That knowledge is important. In this world, knowledge is important. The ropes of knowledge will support bhakti. But when we advance and advance and advance in a higher stage, knowledge don't have to, because we have so much faith in the whole process. We don't need the backup of knowledge. Then knowledge must retire. But the initial stage, knowledge will give us. So that is why people who have no understanding, no philosophical backing, no what do you say, no interest in knowing things, they will either be sentimentals or they will manufacture their own theories to work out. So they will even chastise you. Oh, what are you doing? It is an aparad. No, don't do this. Ganapati will get very scared. Shiva will get very sorry. Ganapati will you will you will get bad omens from him. Ganapati will get very angry. Ganapati will actually get angry when we worship in a wrong way. There is no Ganapati actually who will receive that service. Murti might be there, not necessary. The place might look divine because of the sattva guna practices there. And people come, they try to leave out their negative thoughts outside. They come and usually there is sattvic practices there. That itself will create a nice environment. And cleanliness, it's just the cleanliness will create a positive vibration straight away to start with. And rest all adds up. Then we will feel that, oh, it is a divine place. Not necessary, it might be divine. Nothing might be of divine quality there. Do we follow? So that is very important. Do you understand till here, all of you? Any questions here? Please ask me, because this thing should be clarified. If there is any doubt, fair enough. So that can be clarified. Looks like all clear. So you're all able to hear me. Hopefully you're all able to, otherwise I would have got a message. Okay, so
Prabhu?
we'll continue.
Prabhu?
Yes? Yes, Mataji.
I don't know whether to ask this question. Now, I can understand the full conception. But still, from childhood, we are praying to all the demigods. Now it is like we can take away all the demigods and just keep Krishna this thing. Or along with that, in the conception, like we are learning with that, we can start to do offering prasadam and everything, like bhog.
Yeah, see, this thing comes to everyone, Mataji. It's not only you. Apart from Westerners who came to this kind of path, they did not have anything, or someone who never did anything who comes to this path. It's easy for him to just accept Krishna in the center and try to understand. It's like white paper, it's easy to write. But scribbled paper, it's always harder to write on it, right? Because you have so many things already written, many wrong things also written. It's very hard to correct it. So, but it is the natural process in one way. We all have gone through this. We all have gone. You don't have to be worried or anything like that, or you don't have to be a bit agitated or confused. It is a natural phenomena, because bhakti is dynamic. Sridhar Maharaj says, bhakti is dynamic. Bhakti means what? Which is never ending. It is going up and up. We are improving. We are going up. So dynamic means it's called progress. Progress is dynamic also. Progress means progress is dynamic means what is the meaning is, whatever we have learned, we should be ready to give it up in one way and accept the new light. If we get stuck there thinking that, oh, I'm fearful to give up what I've learned, then we'll never be able to accept the new light. And it's not possible to accommodate new things and still hold on to the older things. It is not possible also. Some things which is favorable to the new light, we hold on. But other things which are unfavorable, anukulena Krishna anushilana, we do it. Pratikula, what is not favorable to the proper understanding, we try to give up. So that is called progress. Progress means dynamic. Dynamic means are you ready? Sridhar Maharaj said, are you ready to give up whatever you have learned till date? That is a big statement. And that is actually progress. So we have to be bold enough to give up what we have learned. What to talk about this? Murari Gupta was told by Mahaprabhu. Murari Gupta is Hanuman coming in Chaitanya Lila as Murari Gupta. Hanuman is taking incarnation as Murari Gupta. Naturally, Hanuman is Ram Bhakta. Nobody can separate Hanuman from Ram. Nobody can separate. Mahaprabhu asked Murari, till now you are staunch devotee of Ramachandra, and here it is Krishna. You know about Krishna's glories. Now Krishna is the center. Why don't you worship? From tomorrow, I want you to become Krishna Bhakta. Murari Gupta could not sleep that night. He felt that, it's like a thunderbolt striking. He felt that I should die tonight. How can I neglect the words of Mahaprabhu? At the same time, how can I leave my Sharana Padma of Ramachandra? And then next day, when Mahaprabhu came, Mahaprabhu understood the mood of Murari Gupta. He said, I cannot, I want to give up my life. Mahaprabhu embraced him and saying that is the staunch thing which I was looking in you. And then Mahaprabhu awarded Krishna Bhakti forcefully means he with mercifully he embraced him, and then the Krishna Bhakti was transferred to Murari Gupta. It is a different kind of example because Murari Gupta was worshipping Ramachandra alone. He was not mixed devotee. He was not a mixed devotee. So in many cases, what we do is from childhood, we are worshipping demigods, we are worshipping Muruga, we are worshipping Ganapati, we are worshipping Durga, we are worshipping even Sai Baba, and so many conceptions and misconceptions, which we think that it is all okay because everything is in the divine world. They're all devatas. What's wrong in worshipping? There is no wrong in worshipping them. There is no wrong. But what conception we worship them is very important. If we worship all of them as supreme, it is actually an offense because they will take it as offense, not anyone. No, forget about anyone else. They themselves will take it as offense. They will think that how can you keep ourselves with our Lord and even say that we are also Him? They will not accept it. They will not, in fact, it will be just a mundane show which we'll be putting forward. There will be no divinity there. You will only feel good. That's it. That is how we all do. We'll keep one mandap and we'll keep everything there, and we'll try to and we'll also dedicate days. This is Hanuman Day. This is Raghavendra Day. This is Sai Baba Day. This is Durga Day. This is Krishna Day. Every moment is Krishna's. Every moment is Krishna, and everyone can be adjusted, and they should be worshipped in the Taratamya properly. That is actual worship. We have to worship according to their Taratamya, their capacity, where they are. They all have different levels. When we understand that and worship that, and not necessary, we have to keep everyone in the picture also. It is not necessary. Yes, if sometimes we might have a vigraha, we don't want to give it up. Yes, we can keep it in the altar, but even if you pack it up, it's not a problem. If you give it to your friends or someone, that is not a problem also. Ananya Bhakti is very important. To submit and surrender to the Supreme Lord, Krishna, that itself will fulfill everything. All demigods will be satisfied when we water the roots, how the whole tree is nourished. When we worship Krishna, all demigods will be satisfied. They will all be very, very satisfied. They will also bless you. They will also, and what do we really need? We don't worship Krishna for any material benefits. We only worship Krishna to make us give us more engagement in His service. To give us bhakti. That is the only prayer we have. Other prayers which we take it to Krishna should be avoided. Yes. In the initial stages, yes, when we have problems, we still go and surrender to Krishna and say, I don't have the capacity as a higher devotee to neglect these things, what's happening in my life, and submit. Give me the strength. You should ask, give me the strength to hold these things. That should be our prayers to manage this thing. Give me the strength, or please resolve so I can be in your service. But that is also a lower grade of prayers. The only prayer we should always have is, how can I serve you? Please give me more mind. So that means my mind should be filled with more service attitude. Give me that kind of mind. So that we should anchor and ask Krishna. Again, no problem in paying obeisances to demigods, worshipping them. But to worship them as Vaishnavas is very important, not as supreme. And you don't have to offer them bhoga. Offer them. If you have a Ganapati Vigraha, offer them food. That food is, what food you should offer is the bhoga which is offered to Krishna. Offer offer that to Ganapati. He'll be very happy. He will accept it. You can accept that. That becomes more amazing prasadam because you have treated a nice Vaishnava nicely. That is the whole culture, right? We don't even accept the prasadam straight away. We serve that prasadam to the higher devotees first. That is the practice in India. Whichever matha you go, first sannyasis, higher devotees are served. Why? They know how to receive the mercy. Sometimes we might not know. They know how to receive the mercy. And when we honor the prasadam later, it becomes more greater. Hmm? So that is the conception we should have. And don't feel anything low that, oh, am I asking something like this? It's just no. We all have gone through this, so it is a very valid question, and it helps all of us understanding. Otherwise, we'll be mixed devotees. We are not. We are not here for trying to get something lower. That's what we should always keep the highest goal on our heads. The highest goal is to get Krishna Prema. No fear here. Don't have to fear. Guaranteed. I'm not saying this myself. It's been said by millions and millions of acharyas in the line. Means it is coming from millions of years, different yugas. It's been proclaimed. The whole Vedas proclaim who is supreme. We don't have any confusion there that Krishna is supreme. And all the other entities are all expansions of him in one way. They're all serving him, but the root is Krishna. We have to just water the root. Branches and tree, branches and the leaves and everything is nourished by watering the root. Hopefully, I have answered that
Thank you
question.
so much, Prabhu. So much
And
clarity.
also, yeah. So that is, and if you have in future particular questions regarding this, feel free to text me or call me, because this is very important in our devotional life, that we don't have to feel insecure. Oh, am I doing wrong? From childhood I've been doing it. What if I offend any? They will not be actually, they will be offended when we do it. Okay, when we do it without having any knowledge, that is a different stage. Then demigods will not be even present. They will just neglect, because they will think that, okay, this person is ignorant. But when someone who comes to an understanding and still don't have faith in the words of the acharyas, and he thinks that, no, let me just for safety I'll do this, safer side. That is fearful bhakti. No demigods will like fear based bhakti. Bhakti should be fear free. It should be only one with one motive, just to satisfy, without any without any strings attached. What if I don't do this, then I might be affected in some way, or is it the right thing? Means doubtful also sometimes. Am I doing the right thing? I don't know. I've been doing it for so long, and so many people do back in India. So many people worship these things. Are they all wrong? That questions all come. But we don't see that so many people also don't do it. They do it properly. So because we don't have connection with that community or that clan, we think that we might be wrong. So nothing to be worried. If you keep Krishna in center, everything is satisfied. And we should always honor the devatas. No doubt, we should honor them. You can pay obeisances to Ganapati. You can pay obeisances. Every demigod, we should pay obeisances, because they are in a very higher level. They are devotees of the Lord. But we should not mistake their position. We should understand their position as it is. So that is what I would like to say. And also, to give up, we should be ready to give up the conceptions which we have. We might be surrendered to, like even the conception of Sai Baba has no substantial evidence, or there is nothing to back up his divinity. And it's never mentioned in any scriptures. It is just a decades old religion which has been popped up. So something like that, we should be ready to give up. I know one might think that, oh, I was doing it all this time. Yes, but this is not the only life you have. You have taken many millions of lifetimes. And we have given up so much. Why can't we give up something which is only done for few 30 years or 40 years? So mind tricks us, but we should be ready to give ourselves. It's a risk. In one way, it is a risk, but it's actually no risk. So it is giving completely to Krishna is always the thing. Huh? Mataji, it's clear now.
Very, very clear. Very clear. Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So I think we should stop here. It's 4:40. So if anyone has any questions, please, write it to me. We can start with the questions tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow we are taking a break as always. Tuesday is the Vishnu Maharaj service day. So Wednesday we will come back. Okay, same time, 3:30 Indian time, 7:30 Adelaide time, and Perth time I don't know. Sudama Prabhu maybe 5:30. 5:30 I think. Okay, Hare Krishna. मंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीला गुरु महाराज की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, वैष्णव वृंद की जय, नित्यानंद दास प्रभु की जय, प्रेम विलास ग्रंथ की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you.
हरे कृष्णा।